OLED TVs have a problem, and before the comment section explodes, I'm not saying that OLED TVs are bad. Far from it. In fact, over the last few years, I have been one of the biggest advocates for recommending OLED TVs as the technology for perfect blacks, pixel level control, incredible contrast, and LG has spent years building a reputation around exactly that. I've personally owned and tested many of their units from their C series and their G series of premium OLED TVs. But in 2026, that recommendation isn't quite as straightforward as it used to be. But before we compare them directly, it's worth explaining what TCL actually mean by SQD Mini LED, because this is the technology at the centre of the C8L. TCL describes SQD Mini LED as Super QLED Mini LED. It combines Mini LED backlighting with Super QLED and an ultra-colour filter panel with the main aim of delivering more precise dimming, brighter highlights, deeper blacks and wider colour performance. According to TCL, this move from its previous QD Mini LED technology is designed to improve colour, light control and overall picture quality. The C8L is designed to offer cinema-grade performance without moving all the way up to TCL's most expensive flagship tier. So now we know what TCL claims has changed, let's put it directly against OLED and see whether any of that actually translate into a visible difference. Because TCL believe its new C8L has solved some of OLED's biggest weaknesses, with better daytime viewing, brighter highlights, more colour volume, and fewer compromises. It's a pretty bold claim, especially when you're also pitting yourself against one of the fellow biggest names in TV technology. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So this is the TCL C8L, and this is the LG C6 OLED. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to decide for yourself whether TCL's new SQD Mini LED technology genuinely changes the conversation, or whether OLED still deserves its crown. Because after personally spending time with both, I think the answer is a lot more interesting than you would expect. Especially when you consider currently you can pick up the C8L for around £700 cheaper than the C6. So one thing that I've noticed recently is that buying TVs has become a little bit weird. 10 years ago, there were clear categories. Budget TVs, flagship TVs, simple. Today, you can walk into a store and find a TV costing £500, £1,000, £5,000, even around £12,000, like I reviewed of an LG wireless TV from a few years ago. So it's become a bit of a pin the tail on the donkey, if that's a term, kind of minefield. And that's where TCL have become really interesting, because TCL has never tried to build the cheapest TV possible. But certainly in the last few years, they've moved aggressively into the premium end of the market without completely skyrocketing the price, giving consumers the highest spec products for the price. The C8L isn't positioned as a budget alternative to the LG C6, it isn't positioned as almost as good, this is a TCL flagship. A statement piece. And this is the TV they're using to argue that Mini LED technology has evolved to the point where it can challenge OLED directly whilst maintaining a less expensive footprint. But that is why this comparison matters, because if they're right, then the premium TV bracket market, well, the conversation changes. Before we even dive into picture quality, let's talk design. And honestly, they both look fantastic. The LG C6 follows the OLED playbook, it's ridiculously thin, it's minimal, it's elegant, with just that boxy section on the back that houses all the ports. Exactly what you would expect from a traditional OLED. The TCL C8L takes a slightly different approach, but this year TCL has gone all in on premium design. One thing TCL have introduced this year is what they call a virtually zero border design. It might sound like a small thing, but when the TV is switched on, it does make the image feel much more immersive. And there's slightly more thickness from the side profile, but doesn't go out any further than the boxed area on the LG C6. And compared to older TCL models, it genuinely feels a step up in fit and finish. When comparing ports, the C6 and the C8L both offer 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, including eARC support. However, the C8L steps up with both a USB 2.0 and a faster USB 3.0 port, while the C6 is limited to both 2.0. Both feature optical audio out, Ethernet and RF inputs, but the C8L also includes a Common Interface Plus slot for pay TV cards. Both TVs support Dolby Vision, HDR10 and HLG, but the TCL TV also has HDR10+, meaning instead of using one set of brightness and color instructions for an entire film or TV show, the HDR10+ can change those instructions scene by scene, or even frame by frame. Because both sets already include Dolby Vision, this is a relatively minor advantage in day-to-day viewing, but this does give the C8L broader compatibility as it covers all HDR formats. Now let's start with something that OLED has generally done best: black levels. This is why OLED became famous. Every pixel produces its own light, so every pixel can also switch itself off completely, which means black scenes look genuinely black. Not dark grey, not very dark, actually black. And when you're watching films in a dark room, it still looks incredible. Space movies, dark thrillers, cinematic content, OLED remains top tier. And that's why so many enthusiasts swear by it. So if TCL's C8L wants to challenge OLED in this department, it has to not just be good, acceptable, it has to be exceptional. Can a Mini LED TV actually compete with OLED for black levels? Because if the answer is no, then the conversation for some is over. So you have a look here and you tell me. All I know is the results are pretty darn close. And personally, I have a difficult time differentiating if you didn't tell me prior which one was which, based solely on the picture and the black levels, not the design of the TV. And that's because the C8L uses 2040 local dimming zones, and that matters because Mini LED lives and dies by its ability to control light. The more control you have, the more precise the image becomes. The more dimming zones, the more control. This gives those deeper blacks and brighter highlights with lower blooming, which is kind of the hazy, halo-y kind of look to a lit scene on a dark background. TCL has spent years refining this, and in fact, the entire SQD Mini LED platform is built around controlling light more precisely. And as you can see, starry nights, ultra-dark scenes, high-contrast movies, the kind of scenes that traditionally would expose weaknesses in an LED-based display, here look incredible. And taking nothing away, the LG C6 OLED still looks fantastic too. And nobody is saying it doesn't. But it is surprising how incredibly close the C8L gets to those inky black levels, while simultaneously delivering brightness levels OLED simply can't achieve. That combination is what makes the C8L a great all-round package. OLED's biggest strength has always come with its compromise of brightness, and brightness affects far more than people realise. HDR performance, reflections, colour volume, daytime viewing, gaming, sports, pretty much everything. The LG C6 reaches around the 1500 nits mark, the TCL C8L up to 5000 nits. That's over 3 times brighter on paper. Now, normally I would say you can somewhat kind of ignore those sort of specky tech words, but in my opinion, this is one of those cases where you can actually see it. Maybe not the 3 times brighter potential that it has, but when loading up exactly the same content in the same room, with the same camera and the same settings, immediately bright highlights hit harder, reflections feel more realistic, explosions have more intensity, and the moment daylight enters the room whilst viewing the TVs, the gap becomes even harder to ignore. And this is one of TCL's biggest arguments against OLED. Not that it's a bad form of technology, but because most people don't watch TV in a dedicated, high-profile, high cinema grade setting. Most people watch TV in the kitchen or the living room with windows, reflections, daylight, and in those situations, therefore, brightness matters a lot. Now, TCL's second biggest claim is colour. And they're not just talking about colour accuracy, they're talking about colour volume. The ability to maintain rich colours even when the image gets incredibly bright. According to TCL, the C8L can achieve 100% BT 2020 colour gamut coverage through its new SQD Mini LED architecture. And that may sound like marketing gobbledygook, but here's why that matters. Traditionally, as some display technologies get brighter, colours can begin to lose intensity. Bright reds become less rich, bright blues become less saturated, everything starts to look slightly washed out and bland. TCL's argument is that the SQD Mini LED avoids that problem. So we loaded up some of the most demanding content we could find. And honestly, this is where I want you to ignore me. Forget what TCL says, forget what LG say, just look at the screens and tell me the visible differences. Do you see more colour density? Is there more of an impact? Does it look more intense on the TCL C8L? And if it does, do you prefer it? Because at the end of the day, that's still a subjective element. But one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring this up is that colour is one of OLED enthusiasts' biggest trump cards. So this to me is a pretty fascinating result. Now let's talk the one part that OLED fans don't want to talk about, but it needs to be addressed, and that's longevity. And this is one of those conversations that does tend to get some people a little bit emotional, certainly in the comments. Modern OLEDs are much better than older OLEDs. Much better. But image retention and burn-in and colour degradation remain topics that still get discussed, especially if you are someone who watches a lot of sport, for example, or news, or certain games. Anything with static elements on screen. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone who has an OLED is going to wake up in the morning and discover a burnt-in icon or text on their TVs. And personally, I haven't actually experienced this with any of my OLED TVs. But there are plenty of stories out there for people who have. So it's just something that you need to consider. If you don't want any of that kind of threat, then Mini LED technology simply doesn't have that issue. And TCL's main argument is quite simple. Why spend thousands on a premium TV if part of your ownership experience involves even thinking about screen preservation? Again, I've never had any issues. This is not my argument, this is TCL's, but again, something to think about. Now, gaming is actually one area where these TVs are much, much closer than some other categories, because both are absolutely packed with gaming features. Both give you, as mentioned, the 4 full bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports, both support VRR, both support ALLM, both support Dolby Vision gaming, both support HDIG. So whether you're playing on Xbox, PlayStation or PC, you're getting a genuinely premium gaming experience with either TV. Where things potentially start to separate as you go higher end, the LG tops out at a native 120Hz panel with VRR support up to 165Hz, while TCL pushes to 144Hz natively and supports DLG 288Hz. TCL also includes FreeSync Premium Pro, a game mode and game bar, while LG counters with NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility and its excellent Game Optimizer suite. So which is actually better for gaming? Well, honestly, if you are primarily a console gamer, I don't think either TV necessarily gives you a decisive pick me. Both are excellent, both support all the features most gamers actually care about. It is just those finer details. But what about the operating system? Now, the C8L runs Google TV and the C6 runs WebOS. And honestly, this is one of those sections where preference probably matters more than performance. I prefer Google TV, and if you are in that sort of Google smart home ecosystem, it might be more beneficial for you, but you may prefer WebOS. But both have voice control, both have recommendations, and both have app support. Obviously, again, being Google TV, you get possibly slightly more variety of apps. One of the biggest additions this year is Google Gemini. Instead of relying on fixed voice commands, Gemini is designed to let you speak much more naturally. You can ask it to find films, answer specific questions, or recommend something to watch, play certain music, or even control compatible smart home devices, all using conversational language rather than specific, more traditional commands. Taking nothing away from WebOS though, which remains polished and easy to use. It's never personally been my cup of tea, even when I've been reviewing LG TVs before. I have mentioned this, but it does everything you kind of need to and is a very mature platform. Audio is another area where TCL has clearly put some effort in. The C8L features audio developed in partnership with Bang & Olufsen, and that's a partnership TCL seems genuinely proud of. The goal is simple: make the TV sound as premium as it looks. Now, let's be realistic, neither of these TVs are going to give you sound quality that resembles a true sound system, but if you don't want to have all that installed or soundbars left, right and centre, both sound decent. Dialogue comes through nicely, there's good bass, and for casual viewing, many people probably won't feel the need to add to this setup. The TCL C8L also includes a feature called Tutti Choral, which is a similar concept to LG's Wow Orchestra, and it allows the TV speakers and a compatible TCL soundbar to work together at the same time, rather than disabling the TV speakers as soon as that soundbar is connected. The result is a much wider, fuller soundstage without wasting the speakers that are already built into the TV. But now we get to the awkward part, because if both TVs were the same price, then we might be having a different conversation. The TCL C8L costs £1,899 at the time of recording. The LG C6 costs £2,599. That's a £700 difference. And suddenly it stops being which TV is the best and becomes, when you're paying £700 more for the C6, does this now become a no-brainer? Do you watch mostly at night time or mostly during the day? Do you prioritise OLED strengths, or do you value the advantages TCL is bringing to the table here? And those answers will be different for everybody, but this is why I think this comparison is so interesting, because it's not because the SQD Mini LED tech destroys OLED, and it's not because OLED has now become irrelevant, but it's because for the first time ever, the answer isn't obvious. OLED still has genuine strengths, but TCL's SQD Mini LED technology brings serious advantages in brightness, colour volume, HDR impact, gaming performance, and everyday usability, and you still get those ridiculous blacks too. But certainly, if I were to give you the option of the TCL C8L and £700 in your back pocket, is that the option you would go for over the LG C6? Before we finish, here is the direct specifications comparison, which shows that TCL offers the higher claimed brightness, the higher native refresh rate, HDR 10 Plus support, and a price that at the time of recording is £700 lower. The LG counters with OLED's pixel level light control, NVIDIA G-Sync support, and LG's game optimizer and game dashboard. That doesn't automatically tell you which picture you'll prefer, but it clearly shows what you gain and give up with each model. Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. More information will be left in the video description below. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe, and check out some other videos that I think you might enjoy here. My name's Adam, you've been the best as always, I love you and leave you, I'll see you in the next one. SQD, peace out.